My interest in cars began when I was 11 years old and got interested in the soapbox derby. I very much enjoyed building a car from scratch, designing it, and competing with it. And as I got older, of course, the interest turned into automobiles. My interest in Jaguar started when a gentleman I was working for told me about a Jag XKE that was in a barn. I bought the car, knew almost nothing about it, and spent a first year learning and restoring the car. The more I worked on it, the more I liked it, and just kind of fell in love with the marque, and it's been with it ever since. I'm Brian Donovan, the founder and owner of Donovan Motorcar Service, an automobile specialty shop that services and restores fine automobiles, specializing in Jaguars. I graduated from college with degrees in math and physics, and then began working in the defense business in engineering. I had the opportunity of working in England for 3 years as the lead engineer on a NATO program, which got me involved with the automotive companies within the UK. Donovan Motorcar started out as a hobby interest, working on my own car, and then people asked me to help them with their cars, and it kept growing and growing until finally it became time to operate this as a full-time business. My interest in racing was kind of a natural progression because I've always been competitive. So naturally then in automobiles, I wanted to compete as well. The part that I find most satisfying in the competition is how do you design and build a better race car than somebody else can do, and have the reliability to be able to finish the race and perform beyond expectations. Working on race cars, it is critical that the details have to be right. As one of my mentors taught me in a very successful race team, it's the pursuit of perfection that is critical. Everything on the race car has to be just perfect, and that's what pays off and makes a winner. So often we may be competing against a car that is more powerful or is faster in certain ways, but if you don't get all the details absolutely right, you're not going to finish the race in first place. What's unique about Donovan Motorcar Service is that we have here a group of very highly talented craftsmen. And the work we do is for the car enthusiasts, the people who are passionate about their cars and want to make sure the car is done properly, that it's done by the best that there are with a high level of quality, so that they have the confidence in the work that we do.
Brian and I have a very good relationship. He understands what I'm saying, and therefore we're able to make the car better. I focus 100% on driving the car when I'm on the track. I'm not figuring anything's going wrong, whether it's me, the car, or the other driver. Everything is 100%.
Driving the XKE is challenging. It's a finesse car. You have to be able to control it and be on top of the car all the time. It's a more difficult car to drive than many of the big American cars that are rock solid, wide, heavy, and stable. The E-Type takes more finesse, but it rewards you also when you get it right.
The Jaguar E-Type is very loose, and on bias tires, it slides around the track. You need to manage the throttle coming out of the turns so you don't spin out. You need to maximize the braking so you're right at the point that you don't lock the tires. And you do that for every corner, every time through, as fast as you can. Start in fast, you have to maintain fast, you have to finish fast, because if you don't, somebody else will beat you.
We have the performance with the handling, the braking ability, the cornering, and when we're able to engineer the performance right and we get things just perfect, we can outdo the competition. That's how we come to win the races. So it's critical for me to be able to have the commitment with my drivers that before they get in the car, I have to make sure that everything is done properly on the car. Everything is done to perfection. That the car not only has the performance that we're looking for, but is safe and reliable.
Brian builds an extremely good car, and he takes a lot of time and patience to make sure things are right. I trust Brian with my life.
What's different about the Jaguars versus our other race cars or our competition is that we race in Group 6, which is all big bore American muscle cars. It's the Corvettes, Camaros, Cobras, Mustangs. We have a car that is lighter, that handles better, has better braking, and has a different approach to horsepower. So for us, it's a bit of the David versus the Goliath in that we're not the big guys out there that are going to overpower everything. But with the performance that the E-Type has, we are able to outdo our competition and win races.
The inspiration for driving the Jaguars came from Brian Donovan. The effort we put in is well worth what we have.
Hello, I'm Brian. Again? Hello, I'm Brian. Hello, I'm Brian Donovan, and this is Donovan Motorsports.